Welcome to my channel Alien Signal. The Galactic Medical Station ILYRA-9 floated silently above the turquoise atmosphere of the ocean world Sereth. It was the largest civilian hospital in the Orion sector, staffed by dozens of species, each one bringing their own medical knowledge, biology, and strange physiology. Yet in all its centuries of operation, the station had never encountered anything quite like a human. Dr. Velkteri of the Valen species stood in the surgical observation chamber, his 3 translucent eyelids blinking rapidly as he stared at the patient chart hovering before him. "Impossible," he murmured. Across the room, Nurse Threx, a tall insectoid from the Terrify collective, clicked her mandibles nervously. "It is verified, Doctor. The readings are correct." Velkteri rotated his head slowly toward the glass observation window. Inside the recovery chamber sat the human. He looked ordinary, medium height, dark hair, a faint scar across his cheek. His name, according to the Galactic Alliance database, was Lieutenant Marcus Hale of the United Terran Defense Fleet. But the chart in Velkteri's claws said the man should already be dead. The impossible patient. 3 hours earlier, a damaged Terran patrol vessel had limped into orbit. The ship had been attacked by pirates near the asteroid belt of JARNIS-12. Its hull was shredded, engines barely functioning. The crew was rushed to ILYRA-9. Most were stable, except one. Lieutenant Hale had been carried into the emergency ward unconscious, bleeding heavily. Velkteri remembered the moment vividly. The medical scanner had lit up with red alerts. 2 fractured ribs, a punctured lung, severe internal bleeding, a compound fracture in the left arm, multiple lacerations and burns, significant blood loss. For most species in the galaxy, any one of those injuries would be fatal. Together, it was catastrophic. The medical team had immediately sedated the human and began emergency surgery. Velkteri himself had sealed the lung and stabilized the bleeding. The human's condition had been listed as critical. Survival probability, 12%. Yet now, only 3 hours later, the man was awake. "Something is wrong, Doctor," Nurse Threx clicked nervously. "The patient is moving." Velkteri snapped his gaze to the observation window. Inside the chamber, Lieutenant Hale was sitting upright on the medical bed. He examined his bandaged torso, flexed his injured arm slightly, then swung his legs over the side of the bed. Velkteri's secondary eyelids shot open. "No, no, no, stop him." The door hissed open and Velkteri rushed inside with the medical team. "Lieutenant Hale," he said carefully, "you must remain in bed. Your injuries are extremely severe." The human looked up. "Oh, hey Doc." He spoke casually, as if discussing the weather. Velkteri froze. "You are aware that you nearly died?" Hale shrugged. "Yeah, pirates hit us pretty hard. That is not the point." Velkteri snapped. He activated the holographic chart. "You have fractured bones, internal trauma, and organ damage. Most species would require weeks in a regeneration pod." The human glanced at the chart. Then he laughed. I've had worse." Every alien in the room went completely still. The medical team reacts. Dr. Velkteri stared. "Worse?" "Yes." Hale scratched the back of his neck. "Training accident back on Earth. Broke both legs, collarbone, and cracked my skull." The Carathi nurse dropped her medical tablet. "You survived cranial fracture trauma." "Yeah, took a few months though." Velkteri's voice became quiet. "Lieutenant, your injuries today are classified as life-ending trauma for 73% of known species." Hale leaned back slightly. Guess. Humans are tougher than most." Velkteri turned to the scanner. Something was happening. The readings were changing. Rapidly. "Impossible," he whispered. The human's cellular regeneration was accelerating. Bone fractures were already stabilizing. The lung tissue had begun repairing itself. Internal bleeding had slowed dramatically. Threx clicked in alarm. "Doctor, his recovery rate is increasing." Valkyrie stared at the monitor. "Healing factor, 300% above predicted biological limits." The room fell silent. The human noticed their expressions. "What? The Deathworld revelation." Valkyrie slowly approached the bed. "Lieutenant Hale, are you aware that your species is classified as a Deathworld species?" Hale nodded. "Yeah, Earth's a bit rough." Valkyrie's voice trembled slightly. "Your planet has extreme gravity, dangerous predators, volatile weather patterns, microbial hazards, and geological instability." Sounds about right. Most intelligent species evolve on garden worlds, environments with stable climates and minimal predators. Hale smirked. "Yeah, we didn't get that luxury." Valkyrie gestured to the chart. "Your physiology is extraordinary." He enlarged the cellular scan. "Your blood coagulates 3 times faster than galactic average. Your bones are reinforced by high-density calcium structures. Your immune system is..." He paused. His eyes widened. "Oh stars. What?" Threx asked. Valkyrie pointed. "His immune system is currently attacking 4 different bacterial infections simultaneously." Hale shrugged. "Hospital germs." "No," Valkyrie whispered. "Alien bacteria that would liquefy the organs of most species." Hale blinked. "Oh." Then he casually swung his legs fully off the bed and stood up. The entire medical team gasped. "Walking on broken bones." "Lieutenant," Valkyrie shouted, "you cannot stand." Hale looked down at his bandaged ribs. "Feels okay. You have fractured ribs." "Yeah, but they're taped up." Valkyrie's mind raced. The scanner beeped again. "Bone density increasing. Muscle response normal. Pain indicators, surprisingly low." "Why are you not experiencing pain?" Valkyrie demanded. Hale grinned slightly. "Oh, I am." The doctor blinked. "Then why are you standing?" Hale shrugged. "Pain doesn't mean stop. Just means something's wrong." The alien doctors stared. "You ignore pain signals." "Not ignore. Just work through it." Valkyrie's claws trembled. "That is medically irrational." Hale crossed his arms carefully. "Doc, humans ran persistence hunts for thousands of years. We chased animals until they collapsed from exhaustion." "Yes. That meant running for hours with injuries, dehydration, heat stroke." Valkyrie felt cold. "You evolved to function while injured." "Pretty much." The emergency alarm. Suddenly the station alarms began blaring. Red lights flashed across the medical bay. Valkyrie spun toward the wall display. "Security breach." A voice crackled over the intercom. "Emergency alert. Pirate boarding craft detected. Unknown hostiles entering docking sector." The room froze. Threx clicked in panic. "Pirates. Here." Valkyrie's species were physicians, not soldiers. The station had minimal defenses. The security force was small. Hale looked toward the corridor. "Same pirates that hit my ship probably." Valkyrie grabbed his arm. "You cannot assist. You are critically injured." Hale carefully picked up his torn jacket. "Doc." "Yes. You patched me up, right?" Valkyrie hesitated. "Yes. Good enough." The human walked toward the door. The doctors watch. From the observation deck, the alien medical staff watched the security feed. Pirates, 3 of them, had forced their way into the lower medical wing, armed, aggressive. The station security drones were already disabled. Valkyrie's hearts pounded. These criminals will slaughter the staff. Then Hale appeared in the hallway. Walking calmly, still bandaged, still bleeding slightly. Threx gasped. "He cannot fight in this condition." The first pirate saw him. A reptilian mercenary nearly twice the human's size. The pirate laughed, then fired. The shot grazed Hale's shoulder. Valkyrie nearly fainted, but the human didn't stop. He kept walking. The pirate hesitated. Why isn't he down? The alien muttered. Hale reached him in seconds. One punch. The pirate collapsed instantly. The other two charged. Despite cracked ribs and a broken arm, Hale moved with terrifying efficiency. A kick. A shoulder slam. One pirate smashed into the wall. The last tried to run. Hale tackled him. The fight ended in under 20 seconds. Silence in the medical bay. The alien doctors stared at the screen. The hallway was quiet. 3 unconscious pirates lay on the floor. And in the center, the injured human leaned against the wall, breathing heavily. Valkyrie whispered in awe. He should not be alive. Threx nodded slowly. Yet he protects us. After a moment, security teams finally arrived. They escorted the pirates away. Hale limped back toward the medical bay. When the door opened, Valkyrie rushed forward. Lieutenant Hale, you have worsened your injuries. Hale winced slightly. Yeah, probably. The doctor scanned him again. Ribs still fractured, arms still broken, but vital signs stable, healing continuing. Valkyrie looked up at the human. You risked your life to defend a hospital of strangers. Hale sat back on the bed. You helped my crew. That is our duty. Then protecting you was mine. Valkyrie studied the human carefully. All his centuries of medicine had taught him one thing. Life was fragile, but humans were different. They were built by a brutal world. Forged by predators, disasters, and survival. A species that refused to stop moving, even when their bodies were broken. Valkyrie finally spoke softly. Lieutenant Hale. Yeah, Doc. I believe the galaxy has misunderstood humanity. Hale tilted his head. How so? Valkyrie looked at the medical scanner. At the impossible recovery rate. At the species that could stand with shattered bones. You are not fragile explorers. The alien doctor smiled faintly. You are survivors of a death world. Hale chuckled. Yeah, he leaned back against the pillow. Humans are stubborn like that. And as the medical scanner quietly recorded the fastest recovery in station history, the alien doctors realized something that would change galactic medicine forever. Humans were not merely patients. They were living proof that sometimes. Thank you for listening. Subscribe for more cinematic science fiction stories.